Cooperation is merely a quieter form of conflict.
The past won't disappear. I'll make sure the world knows what happened.
You're worrying about nothing. We won't forget.
And so they were willing victims, they were willing tools. And of course they went for it because they didn't have nothing else.
Enemy of the state. What does it mean to be enemy of the state? It's to be enemy of the people, because the state is the people. Historically, to be labeled an enemy of the state is to be framed as an enemy of the people, because the state claims to act in their name. When authority claims to represent the public, opposition becomes illegitimate by definition. If you understand the magic behind this shit, you'll know the world is an evil place to be in. Gangstalking has been around for a very long time, dating back to the 1400s during the European witch hunts. What we are looking at is modern day state-funded terrorist federal lynch mob. The times have changed, but the psychology didn't. Accusation first, evidence second, or irrelevant. Group certainty replaces truth. Punishment is immediate. Responsibility disappears in the crowd. Body politic, coined by Hobbes, wrote about how the citizens represent the government body, and the government is the head. The head, which is the government, thinks, decides, commands, define law, truth, and threat. The body, which is the citizens, act, work, fights, produce wealth, and power.
I am the absolute leader of this era, a king among kings! I am Massador Diego!
Someone tell me why this scum is claiming to be a king.
It seems to me that in the human world it's a very common phenomenon. Humans without intelligence or talent end up in positions of power due to heredity or connections.
That defies all logic. In the hands of an incompetent, power brings nothing but ruin. This must be the work of imbeciles. We must keep humans on a very short leash.
The nerves are made by laws, police, and military, which transmit commands and force obedience. The blood is the money, the labor, the sweat, and the taxes that circulate to keep the body alive. While citizens function as the body, alive, powerful, and necessary, are stripped of independent will. He calls this Leviathan, the devil's contract. And this is what happens when you sign up for this program. You give up rights to resist, right to divine justice, right to act outside command. The state gained monopoly on violence, monopoly on legitimacy, monopoly on truth enforcement. Your agency becomes motor function. No rest for the wicked. The government control these people because state is represented as the state of mind, the head. And if the head is corrupted, then surely the body will also. So he goes in further and explain how humans in the state of nature live in fear, competition, and violence. Life there is solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. To escape this, individuals voluntarily surrender their personal power. That power is transferred to a sovereign authority, the Leviathan. The sovereign becomes the body politic. This is the social contract. I give up my freedom, so you give me security. What I find interesting is he coined the Leviathan as an artificial god. Hobbes described the state as an artificial man, greater than any individual, speaking with one voice, demanding obedience for protection. This parallels the Bible. God demands obedience, offers salvation. Leviathan demands obedience, offers security. In demonology terms, the devil imitates God, offering order and power at a price. He further states there is no exit for them. The only escape is death or the collapse of the state. The body politic consumes the individuals. As it states, individual dissidence was considered necessary to the health of the body politic. Without the TIs, there is no fun. There is nothing to do. There is nothing to be done. We are their scapegoat to make life appear to be something that it's not, so that they continue playing this game of life, of lies, when they never really lived. They're consumed. The body lives by consuming its cells. They are the bad cells. We are the immune system. It's called T cells, the frontline soldiers. Are we not on the front lines? Why would the body want to destroy itself?
And a new plan. You are the only one who successfully bonded with the T-virus. Your DNA is stronger than the others. I ingest you. I gain control.
Because the head is sick. When the head is sick, it naturally does that. They naturally, when your mind is sick, you naturally start picking up bad habits and doing bad things, right? We're only immune because the grace of God, but these people are sick in the head because they follow after their father. At the top of the picture, it say, quote from the book of Job, "There is no power on earth to compare to him," linking the figure that you see on the screen with the body made up of his citizens to the monster called Leviathan. When you give up autonomy, you surrender your soul. I become we becomes the state becomes a living God.
Dinosaur power!
It's almost like second nature to me.
Alright guys, let's go get him! Right!
Now when you look at the picture, the Leviathan, it has the control and power, but no visible heart or soul. Spiritually, this represents moral numbness, just following orders, the death of inner judgment. This is how people commit harm without feeling shame or guilt or, not feeling bad about it, right? You literally have a bunch of people today who are psychopaths, sociopaths, walking around with blood on their hands as they all contribute in killing someone because they was told to. Fully on board and complicit to murder, but because they all share the kill, no one feels bad or feels the need to talk about it or take responsibility. When it's like an individual walking in the street and everyone stabs them one time, everyone plays a part. When individuals fuse, morality collapses. The state, king, citizen, government, however you want to call it, they always been working as one. There was something that said, this legal doctrine held that the monarch had two bodies. They always looked at the government having two bodies, one being the physical body, the king's natural body, and the immortal king's body politic, which is the people. You know, it say upon demise of an individual king, his body naturally fell away, but the body politic lived on, meaning that even if the state collapsed, people would still be acting as they have been governed. Meaning that if gangstalking ended today or tomorrow, people would still be gangstalking because it became a routine, it became conditioned, it became more than them. It became who they are. It became common sense itself. So even though cell phones wouldn't exist, the internet would be down, all of this, right? People would still be coughing, sniffing, gangstalking, trying to do this because that is their reality. And to have them deny their reality is telling them to destroy themselves, kill themselves. So, you know, that's just something to look at. But this is just part one.
You of all people should know the truth by now. There is no hope. To hope is equivalent to giving up. And it's the biggest deception of all. You have no chance of winning.
We won't abandon hope.
Very well. I hereby declare war on you all.